everyone, it's Kira and welcome to the Yoga Corner. Today I'm going to be guiding you through a really energizing power flow. So whether you are absolutely bursting with energy today or you're feeling really sluggish and just need something to help you get out of the little funk that you're in, this is the flow for you. We're going to be getting started standing up on our mats today. So whenever you're ready, make your way onto the mat, get comfortable, and we'll get right into it. So getting started standing up, before we jump into power flow and moving with a lot of energy, it's really important to really tune into how the body is feeling. So I really want you to focus on what the body is doing in this standing position. Often the positions that seem the most simple are the ones that we don't really give that much attention to. So really try to stack the body. Have the feet just underneath the thighs underneath the hips. You're stacking the torso underneath the heart, and the heart is underneath the head. So you've got a really nice long line through the body, creating a strong, stable base. Then bring your attention to the feet. You might like to lift the toes away from the ground. Really try to spread them out and then put them back down on the ground, rooting down with a really strong connection with the mat. Bring your focus up the legs, activating through the body. Try to turn on the quads by really tensing through those legs. You might feel the kneecaps lifting up into those legs. And then bring your focus to the stomach. We want to turn on the core because we'll be using it a lot throughout our practice today. So see if you can pull the belly button in towards the spine. We don't want to suck the stomach in. We really want to be able to breathe nice and deeply. But just give yourself a chance just to pull that belly button in. Feel that connection with the stomach, with the center of the body. And then start to move your way upwards a little further, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe give yourself a little wiggle. Give yourself that chance to soften through the body. And then try to reach up through the crown of the head. We're not looking up here, we're just lifting up through that bit of the body. And see if you can allow the chin to just be parallel with the ground. Spread the fingers with the hands facing forward, and then give yourself a chance just to close the eyes. Notice how the body feels. Often when we start closing the eyes when we're standing up, you might feel a little bit unbalanced, like maybe you're swaying from side to side, but just really tune in, bringing your focus back to that core. Keep that belly button activated by pulling it in towards the spine. And together we'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale to sigh it out through the mouth. Take that one more time. Inhale, really fill up the body with air. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale to sigh it out through the mouth. Really good. With our next deep breath in, you might like to blink the eyes open and sweep the hands up and overhead, reaching nice and tall through the fingertips. You might look up to the hands here. Exhale, allow the fingertips to float down to the sides of the body. Inhale, we sweep those fingertips up. Start to connect with the breath here. Exhale, sweep them back down. Take that one more time. Inhale to reach. Make the body as long as you can, really creating length to the tips of those fingers. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the heart. Really good. With your next deep breath in, I want you to focus on connecting the right foot in particular to the ground, because we're going to lift the left knee away from the mat and give it a squeeze. You can interlace the hands around the shins here and really guide that knee into the body. Give it a really good squeeze, but try not to lean backwards. Allow yourself to really lengthen all the way through the spine here. You might feel a little bit unsteady if this is the first balance you've taken today. So bring your focus towards the ground and find a point that isn't moving. Use that to give you some stability. Take one more deep breath with this left leg lifted, and then exhale to let that left leg come down towards the ground. Really good. Whenever you're ready, we really focus on rooting down through that left foot as we bring the right knee into the chest, giving it a really good squeeze. Find your stability. There's no pressure to feel steady straight away. Give yourself a moment just to find that point on the ground that isn't moving. Use that to give your brain something to focus on. And then see if you can reach up, finding that nice long line. Really connecting with that foot that is on the ground. Taking a deep breath in. And exhaling to lower that right leg down to the ground. Really good. With your next inhale, we're going to reach the hands back up to the sky, nice and tall. And with an exhale, we're hinging from the hips as we fold all the way down, coming to our first forward fold. In this first fold, take a bend in the knees. Really allow the chest to come down to the thighs, and then you might like to take hold of opposite elbows, gently swaying the body out from the hips, feeling a really lovely release through the backs of those legs. Take a couple more sways there, and then whenever you're ready, just slow it back down, coming back through center. Release the fingertips down to the ground. With your next inhale, we're going to lift halfway, bringing the hands to the shins. We straighten the legs and lengthen the spine by looking forwards. Exhale, soften your chest back down towards your legs. Plant the fingertips on the ground and step both feet back to find your first plank pose. Knees can be up or down here, but wherever you are, really focus on stacking the shoulders on top of the wrists. Look forwards and see if you can reach forward with the crown of the head and then back through the heels. We'll take one more full deep breath in. As you exhale, lower the knees down to the ground. Untuck those toes, and then keeping the elbows tucked into the body, allow the chest and the chin to follow all the way down to the ground. Plant the hands firmly around the ribcage and roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest, finding your cobra. In this position, see if you can squeeze the elbows in, activate the glutes to open that chest up. Exhale, soften the forehead back down, tuck the toes, push the weight through the hands. You're going to lift up, curling the knees into the chest and lifting the hips to the sky for your first downward facing dog. In this first downward dog, you might like to take some movement, maybe pedaling the legs out from side to side, perhaps lifting up onto the toes and then sinking the heels. Really just take any movement here that feels good to you. And once you've taken a couple more breaths for some movement, just start to slow it down, returning back to stillness and finding that downward dog. Just seeing if you can tune in with allowing this downward dog to create length through the spine. It's completely fine to take a bend in the knees here, especially if your feet don't touch the ground. So really allow yourself to create that space through the legs, and then bring your attention to the hands. Push the weight through the palms and guide the chest back to the thighs, lengthening the spine as you look back towards your legs. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale completely. And with our next inhale, we look forward to our hands and we're going to step the feet up to meet the hands at the front of the mat, coming back to our forward fold. With an inhale, we're lifting up halfway. Hands come to the shins, nice flat back here. Exhale, soften that chest back down, really good. With an inhale, we sweep the hands to the sky, lifting nice and tall as we reach the hands up and overhead. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Once those hands come down to the center of the body, really focus on pushing those palms together. Really good. Allow the right foot to root down into the ground, and again, we're going to lift the left leg in front of the body. Pause there, and then bring the hands back around that left shin. You might like to stay here, just really focusing on lengthening through the spine, or you've got an option to take a twist. If you want to take that twist, you're going to keep the right hand where it is on that left shin, and you're going to reach the left hand back behind you, twisting over towards your left leg. Really allow yourself to open the chest up, and you might bring your gaze back over that left shoulder. Whichever version of this pose you've taken, allow yourself to take one more full deep breath in. And with your exhale, if you were in that twist, peel it back through center. We all lower that left leg down to the ground. Really good. Inhale, sweep those hands to the sky. Nice work, guys. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold it down, forward fold. With an inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, soften your chest down, forward fold. Root to rise, push through those feet as you sweep the hands all the way to the sky. Really good. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Pause there. Allow yourself to tune back in with that strong standing pose that we found at the beginning of our practice. And once again, we're rooting down through the right foot as the left leg reaches in front of the body. Really nice. Lengthen through the spine. Take a deep breath in. And with our exhale, we're finding our warrior three. Chest is going to move forward as the left leg kicks back behind you. Thinking about making a nice long line with the body, all the way from the crown of the head to the back of that left foot, and flexing through that left foot to activate the leg. Bringing our focus to a point on the ground that isn't moving, using that to give us some stability here. Really nice, guys. Take one more deep breath. You've got this. And with your next exhale, start to bend into your right leg. With as much control as you can, you're going to step the left toes back behind you, coming to find your first high lunge. Once that left leg touches down, sweep the hands up to the sky. Bending deeply into that front leg. See if you can reach back through your back heel to create any more space to open the front of the body up. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. We don't want any hunched heads here. We really want to create as much space as we can through the body. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. You might need to wiggle your back toes back slightly because we're going to lower the back knee down to the ground. Keep those toes tucked, and then we're going to bring our left hand to the mat right next to our right foot. Plant that left hand down directly underneath that left shoulder, and then sweep the right hand all the way up to the sky. Really nice. Open that chest up. Maybe peel that top shoulder back slightly to feel that sensation of opening through the chest. Take a full deep breath in here. If this feels like a challenge for your body, you might like to stay with the back leg down, but you've got those toes tucked, so you've also got the option to lift your back knee away from the ground. Really good. Still focusing on peeling that top shoulder back. Wherever you are, we take a full deep breath in. Exhale completely. And then we're going to start to reach our top arm, so the right arm reaches back behind you. You might even look over that right shoulder. Whether your back knee is lifted or down on the ground, you're going to start to come light on your left fingertips. Really pull the belly button in towards the spine here, and then whenever you're ready, you take a deep breath and reach that left hand out ahead. So you're twisting the body over towards your right leg, opening the chest up. Take a full deep breath in. Spread the fingers nice and wide to open through the body. We take one more deep breath. Whether your back knee is up or down, we're going to reverse this lunge. So our right hand is going to come and find the back of our left leg as the left hand reaches up to the sky. Really good. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, float the hands down. Really nice. Pause there for a moment. Shift the weight forwards towards your front foot. If the back knee is down, pause for a moment and lift that back knee up. We are all going to shift our left foot forward and step it up to meet the right forward fold at the front of the mat. Pausing there. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale completely. With our next inhale, we're lifting up halfway, hands to shins. And exhale, we soften the chest down. We can take a vinyasa here or step straight back to your downward dog. So tune in with how your body feels and take whatever you need. If you want to take that vinyasa, you can plant the hands down on the ground. Step both feet back to find your plank pose. Tucking that tailbone under and pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Take a full deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can lower down through knees, chest, and chin, or maybe you shift the weight forward. Bend through the elbows and lower through chaturanga. You can roll the shoulders back, lifting the chest for cobra, or maybe you straighten the arms and lift the thighs for your upward dog. Whichever back bend you've taken, take a deep breath in and use your exhale to travel back to find your downward facing dog. Really nice, guys. Take a full deep breath in. Maybe you sigh it out through the mouth. One more time, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, sighing it out. Take one more breath, just as ever you'd like to take it. Allow yourself to tune back in with the body. And remember to use your exhales to soften the chest back towards your thighs, really lengthening through the spine and lifting the hips up to the sky. Really good, guys. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale one more time here in this downward dog. And with our next inhale, we bring the gaze forward, looking to our hands. We're traveling to the front of the mat, so you can either tiptoe, step, or maybe you jump. Feet meet the hands at the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, you're lifting halfway, really lengthen through the spine. Allow the chest to move forwards as you look to that ground in front of you. Exhale, soften the chest back down, really nice. Root to rise, push through those feet. Inhale to sweep the hands up to the sky. Create length through the spine here. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. We're going to find that balance on our left leg this time. So I want you to start shifting the weight over towards your left foot, really lengthening through the spine, and then whenever you're ready, lifting the right knee in front of the chest and finding that length before interlacing the hands around your right shin. Really nice. Option to stay here. If this challenges your balance and gives you that focus, feel free to stay in this pose. But there's also an option to take a twist by keeping the left hand where it is and reaching the right hand back behind you so you twist over towards your right leg. If you've got that twist, you might either look straight out over to the right side of your room, or you might bring your gaze back over that right shoulder. Take whatever you need here. Focus on your breath, taking one more deep breath in. Exhaling completely. If you have your twist, gently move back through center, and we're all softening our right foot down to the ground. With an inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, we dive forward, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, soften the chest, push through those feet. Inhale to sweep the hands up to the sky, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Really good. Again, root down through your left foot. Really find that connection with that left leg, rooting down into the mat beneath you, and then lift your right knee in front of the chest. By bringing the hands together at the heart, push those palms together. Find a strong connection as you open up through the chest. Take a deep breath in to reach up all the way through the body. And with your next exhale, we're finding our warrior three. Chest is moving forward, right leg is kicking back behind you. You're making a nice long line with the body, bringing yourself parallel with the ground as the crown of the head reaches forward and the heel of your right foot reaches back. Really nice, guys. You've got this. One side might feel completely different to the other, so embrace however your body feels on this side, meeting yourself wherever you are today. Taking one more full deep breath. And with your next exhale, gently bending into your left leg with as much control as you can, stepping back with your right toes to find your high lunge and sweeping the hands up to the sky. Allow yourself to bend deeply into your front knee and actively reach back through the heel of your right foot. Create space through the body here as you open the chest up. Take one more full deep breath here in your high lunge. Exhale to bring the hands together at the heart. You might wiggle the back toes back slightly as you soften that back knee down to the ground, keeping the back toes tucked. Pause there, find your stability, and then right hand is going to plant down directly next to that left foot on the inside of the foot. Really good. Once that right hand is planted and it's directly under that right shoulder, you're going to reach up through the left hand, opening the chest over towards the left leg. Really nice, guys. Open through the chest. Allow yourself to create space through the front of the body by peeling that top shoulder back. And then you might like to stay here with the bottom knee on the ground or with those toes tucked. Maybe you lift the bottom knee away from the mat. If you choose to lift that bottom knee, really focus on straightening that bottom leg as much as you can, reaching back through that foot. Take one more full deep breath wherever you are. Exhale completely. And then you're going to start to reach back through your top arm. Left arm is reaching back behind you. You might look over that left shoulder. Pausing there for a moment and then starting to come onto the fingertips of the right hand. Lift the chest up, activate the core, and then you might like to reach the arms out so you're opening the chest up towards that left leg. Really spread the fingertips to open the body up. Create space through the front of the body. Taking one more full deep breath. And then whether your knee is up or down, we're reversing this lunge. Left hand finds the back of your right thigh as the right hand reaches up to the sky. Open through the right side of the body. Take a full deep breath in. And as you exhale, windmill the hands down to frame your front foot. Push the weight into that left foot, shift the weight forward, right foot steps up to meet the left, forward fold. Pause there. Really allow yourself to root down through the crown of the head. Soften the body down into this position. Take a deep breath in. Use your exhale to see if you can allow the chest to melt down towards your legs. With an inhale, lift up halfway. Find that length through the spine. Exhale, soften the chest down, really good. Root through the feet. Inhale to sweep the hands all the way to the sky, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. We inhale to sweep through those fingertips. Exhale, we hinge from the hips, fold it forwards. Inhale, sweeping the hands to the shins. We open the chest, halfway lift. Exhale, soften the chest down. Plant your hands, step the feet back, find your plank pose. This is your final plank. Make it strong. Really actively reach forward through the front of the body and back through the heels. Take a full deep breath in. With your exhale, you lower down your way, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And we take a back bend, our cobra or our upward dog. Exhale to lift the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Really good, guys. Settle into this downward dog. It's our last one, so allow yourself to create that space through the spine, guiding the chest back to the thighs. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale completely. And with our next inhale, look to the hands, traveling to the front of the mat your way, tiptoes, steps, maybe a jump. Feet meet the hands at the front of the mat, a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, soften the chest down, allow yourself to fold it in, and then bring the fingertips down to the ground. You're going to bring the big toes together, leave a little gap between the heels. Sweep the hands in front of the face as you bend through the legs, finding your Utkatasana, your chair pose. Allow yourself to sink through the hips. Open the chest up, soften the shoulders away from the ears. See if you can sink your hips a little lower. Taking a deep breath in, and then maybe bringing the hands together at the heart for one final challenge for our legs. You might shift the weight forward into the toes, lifting the heels away from the ground. Really focus on squeezing those inner thighs together. And then we're all gonna lower down, gently bending through the legs as we bring ourselves down to the mat. And then maybe using the hands to assist you, or maybe just rolling back. You're gonna come to find a seated position. Straight away, we're coming to lie down on the ground. Bringing the spine onto the mat, wiggling through the shoulders to find space to soften everything down. And then hug the knees into the chest. You might stay here, hugging those knees in, or you might take a quick happy baby to close your practice. If you want to take that happy baby, bring the hands to the outside edges of the feet, bend through the knees, and send the soles of the feet up to the sky, bending deeply into those legs to bring the knees in towards the armpits. Finding some release for the spine. We'll take one more deep breath here. With an exhale, hug the knees back into the chest, release the feet, give yourself a squeeze, maybe lift the forehead up to meet the knees. With an exhale, let everything go. Allow the legs to come long on the mat, the arms to rest beside the body, and just allow yourself to relax completely. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, and an exhale out through the mouth. If you'd like to stay here in your Shavasana for a longer rest, please feel free to just pause the video here and enjoy that Shavasana, especially if you've got a little bit more spare time. But if you need to finish this video along with me, take a deep breath in. Start to energize the body by taking some air in, and maybe take some small movements through fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. You might like to reach the arms up and overhead to take a nice long full body stretch, pulling yourself nice and long to create space. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to hug the knees into the chest once more. And then in your own time and in no rush whatsoever, just make your way up to a comfortable seat at the top of the mat. Allowing the lower body to be heavy here, and focus again, just like we did in the standing position at the beginning of class, to lengthen the spine. Take a deep breath in gratitude for yourself for taking the time to practice today. It's been wonderful to practice with you. I really hope you enjoyed your energizing power flow, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Namaste.